Hi guys, Adam here. And today in this video, you will notice right away, number one, no fancy intro. And at the end of this video, you'll also notice no fancy outro. Because I wanted to do this video right from the heart. Um, from me to you. Because in my last video, I encouraged you guys to go out and vote. And I was also, in doing so, making sure not to influence my opinion of the person who you should vote for. Now, I jokingly talked about voting for Adam Lee or these nuts or blah blah blah, but I didn't voice my opinion on Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton for candidates as to who you should vote for in particular, and I didn't express my views on either candidate. Um, but now that it's all said and done, because I didn't want to say something that could change your guys' mind on your vote, I let everything play out the way it should, which is let you guys make your decision for yourself to let you pick the candidate you thought was the best fit for our country, and they have by right earned you as voter. Well, 2 days ago, we found out who won, and it's by means no surprise who the winner is. I mean, it was at the time, but now everybody should now know. It was Donald Trump. And this election was, in particular, one of the most interesting and crucial elections we have had in America in a very, very long time. I would say it's probably more important than whether or not Lyndon Johnson got reelected back when Kennedy. He was John Kennedy's vice president, and then President Johnson took over for Kennedy when he was assassinated. And at that time, they were dealing with the Vietnam crisis. Um, but it was one of those deals where we had we had in America at least, um, our country is very divided, and it is more divided than we had seen in quite some time. And it's also a unique election because even though Donald Trump won the election by the Electoral College map, Hillary Clinton won the popular vote, which means that she won the most votes overall in America. Um, Now I did my part. I voted. And I did not vote for Donald Trump. I did vote for Hillary Clinton. But whether you decide to agree with that decision or not to, that's really neither here nor there now. Um, the importance was that every American went out there who was a registered voter, went out and did their part. That being said, like I was saying before, we have a clear winner, Donald Trump. Now, since the time he has been our president elect, it pains me to see, even as a person who voted for Hillary Clinton, pains me. It pains me to see Americans outraged to the point to where they are now using violence. They are destroying vehicles, burning buildings. Protesting is one thing, but using violence is another. And Adam Lee does not support that. I do not encourage that, even as a person who voted for Hillary Clinton. At the end of the day, whether you're happy with the winner or the loser, or vice versa, we may not be happy with the person who won this election, but we also have to remind ourselves this: whether or not it was Hillary Clinton in office or the other two minority party candidates who got elected versus Donald Trump, we as Americans owe ourselves to show dignity and class. This is a time to unite. This isn't a time to use outraged violence. This is more of a time where, regardless of who is going to be our next president come January, but as human beings, we have to unite. We cannot let any party or person who represents a party continue to divide our country. Because the world is watching. Everyone watching this video is not from America, but those who are American. The world is watching us. Not only is the world watching us, the nieces, the nephews, the grandchildren, your best friends, your coworkers, your schoolmates, your college mates. Everybody is watching you and how you respond. You can go and continue to pour and encourage to continue with the violence. You can also go ahead and continue to express your hatred. But at the end of the day, it gets us nowhere. What gets us somewhere is more to the fact of uniting. No matter what race, grade, or creed, gender, whatever, we unite. We band together. We will never, ever, ever agree exactly the same of the outcome of how one should do things. But we can all agree on a common cause and a common purpose. And today that needs to be a true American. What that exactly entails to you may very much be different from what that entails to me. But being American, to me, is accepting the outcome of our democracy system. It may not be perfect. We may not be happy. We may also be very outraged. But it solves nothing. Being American is not only accepting our democracy system, but it's all about coming together, arm in arm, hand in hand, facing the issues that hinder us for a common purpose of being a better us, and going out and accomplishing that. We should never use violence as a method to try to achieve that. I personally took a day yesterday to reflect on what this president-elect could potentially do for our country. I also reflected on what the consequences dramatically could be with this next president to be in office. But at the end of the day, none of that will really matter. What matters is being you, being true, and don't give the haters what they want. They want reaction. Be you. Stop the violence. I'm really heartbroken by seeing this. Not even since the controversial election of 2000 when George W. Bush won the election through a very controversial way. I've never seen this before. And we never seen an election like this ever. It's probably going to go down in history as one of the most unique and one of the most critical elections that we've ever had. But what the people do during that time is going to be what matters the most. So, do me the favor and do yourself the favor and everybody else who surrounds you. Don't feed into the hatred behavior of violence. It's one thing to be mad, it's one thing to be angry. But bringing that to physical means is not acceptable, and I will never support that. So, with that being said, I have much more funner things to be making videos about. I am almost done completely with my episode of Beauty Dicks and several other videos. It's just a matter of having the time to place it all together because I have one video in this section here done and that video section done there, but I just need to tie it all together to produce the videos. So on that note, guys, I love you. Stay awesome. Be true. Be real. Until next time, guys. Peace.